Hey guys, well, for my 100th uploaded video I'm going to do something that a fair few people have asked me to do, and this is going to be a playthrough of the original Super Smash Bros. For the N64. Now, the reason I'm doing Super Smash Bros., apart from the fact that it's an awesome game, is the fact that, you know, its single player is really short. This will just be one video. I figured just try it out and see how it goes. I've been fiddling with the capture card and all the different settings, so hopefully this will look alright when it's uploaded on YouTube. So, yeah, let's just see how it goes. So, just gonna play through the single player campaign, all the way through, beat Master Hand and see the credits, and that's where we'll end it. So, first off, of course, we've got this pretty awesome intro sequence showing off all the different characters. Yoshi from Yoshi's Story, of course. Fox. Actually, I remember when the game, around its release, me and all my friends were trying to find out how you could get into that cockpit where Fox was in the opening cutscene. We figured there must have been a way to get in there, but of course it didn't exist. So, and as you may have seen at the end there, I have unlocked every character on this. So, not that it really matters, I'm not very good with any of the unlockable characters. Actually, it's probably worth mentioning, I haven't played the original N64 version with an N64 controller in many years. So, we'll see how this goes. I think I'm probably gonna be Samus. And, yeah, normal's probably not a bad place to go. So, let's get to it. So, as usual, fighting Link first. I should also probably point out, I actually can't hear the game's sound. It's all being just done by the capture card. Alright, getting a bit of a feel for this again. This is probably going to be one of the worst Smash Bros. Playthroughs you could possibly find on YouTube, so, you know, this is going to be very interesting. I did usually main Link back when I played this originally, but Samus was my second character of choice. Probably going to hear a lot of buttons being pressed. Actually, just recently I kind of fixed up my N64 controller. I bought a new analog stick, and yeah, one that works a lot smoother. Well, at least I didn't lose the Link. But yeah, this new analog stick, it's based on the GameCube technology, just it's not really as comfortable, it's plastic like the original N64 controller. That's really the only problem with the N64 controller. The analog stick, it can really wear on your thumb after a while. Alright, so here of course we're versing Yoshi team, possibly the easiest enemies you could possibly find in a fighting game. Bombs. I've got to admit, it really is weird for me playing this without sound, because, you know, it just doesn't feel right. I'm just talking into the ether and while playing the game, and I don't know, it just seems weird. Of course, it'll all sound normal once I've mixed it together for YouTube, but I apologise if the pressing of buttons is getting a bit annoying. I don't know how loud it's going to be on the actual recording. But let's see. What kind of trivia or things do we have for Smash Bros? Well, it was certainly a unique and original idea. It was, yeah, the game was made by HAL, mainly, with assistance from Nintendo. And, exactly where the idea of Nintendo characters like, you know, Yoshi and Link and Captain Falcon and Ness and all these different ones beating the crap out of each other came from, I honestly don't know. But, you know, the series has gone on to major popularity and acclaim, and it's had 3 major installments. It's been a pretty successful idea, and for good reason. It's really fun game. I've got to say, after playing, you know, Smash Bros. Melee and Smash Bros. Brawl for so many years, coming back and playing the N64 game, it's a very different experience from, well, basically what we've got now. I mean, yeah, it's not as smooth or anything, but just the overall feel and style of the gameplay is very different. It is much slower paced, quite intentionally, and, come on, nah, damn. Well, there's life 1 gone. I was hoping I could probably do a little bit better than just losing a life at Fox, but oh well. Ah yes, I remember now. The dodge still works. And the beam sword, the most coveted of weapons among Super Smash Bros. Players. At least when I was playing it as a kid. If you had the beam sword, that was it. Everyone was going after you and trying to steal your sword. Come on, die. That should have got him. Ah. Get him, R-Wing. Get him. Damn it. Alright, there we go. For the record, I used to be able to beat this on the hardest difficulty. Ah. Come on, there we go. I always hated the Smash for Targets levels because I can never really do them. They're always a bit too confusing for me. Okay. So we'll get the one over in the top left. And okay, then we've just got to go down. I might actually beat this. Yeah, no problem. Huh. I mean, in fairness, that was one of the easier ones, but, you know, the Smash for Targets, particularly in this N64 one, were a bit harder than the ones in Brawl. Personally, I think the hardest Smash for Targets ones were in Melee, particularly ones like OniLink's, where you had to wall jump your way up to get them. So anyway, versing the Mario Brothers now, of course. And on my team is Ness from Earthbound. Ness was a really interesting character back when, you know, we first all got the game and were unlocking characters, and then on the internet you would hear about, you know, the 4th unlockable character of Ness, and, you know, no one knew who Ness was. None of us had played Earthbound. Oh, I'm dead. Grud. So, Ness was really interesting. I had grown up, you know, playing NES games, NES games, that is. So I thought it must have had something to do with that, which I was kind of right with. Of course, Mother 1 was a game on the NES, or the Famicom in Japan, rather. But yeah, we'd never heard of it at the time, so he was a rather interesting character. Particularly because he was, well, the only character in the game aside from Captain Falcon that had, you know, he could properly talk. I would say PK Fire, PK Thunder, all that stuff. Alright, so now we're in Saffron City versing Pikachu. As a Poke fan at the time, and, well, I still am, this was a pretty amazing stage to see. You know, anything from Pokemon being in 3D was just absolutely amazing at the time. This is the sort of level which got us really interested in the N64 fully-fledged Pokemon adventure. You know, seeing the little 2D towns and cities done like this would have been pretty cool. And still would be, frankly. Oh, Pikachu committed suicide. Well, that was easy. Did lose another life, though. Really not going too well here. Ah, yes, the giant battles. These were pretty exciting, versing a giant version of Donkey Kong. Would have been nice if you could have, you know, fought giant of all the different characters, but you know, back here basically the single player was fully scripted. You didn't really get random fights. You got random team members and such against enemies like this, but it couldn't just be giant anyone or, you know, metal anyone at the end and such like that. Whereas you know, Melee and Brawl, they randomised that element quite a bit. And he made it. I don't know how he actually got through the stage there, but anyway. Oh, this isn't going to go well. Yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, donkey. Oh, no, thank you. You may have noticed that we're getting a little bit of lag. Come on. Come on. Oh. Well, that was kind of annoying. Would like to hit him with a hammer, but... ah, well, he's dead. Board the platforms. Now, this was one I could do. Keyword probably being could. No! No! Oh, bugger. Well, that's what I get for saying that I could do so. Ah, well. Doesn't really matter, it's only points. Although, the fact that this is on YouTube makes it a little bit more humiliating. Alright, so now we're fighting Team Kirby. Players of Melee and Brawl may notice that there's quite a few less Kirbys up in the top left corner. Naturally, because there were less characters and less variants of Kirby. I gotta say, Smash Brothers actually made me, as a kid, check out all the other different Nintendo games. Like, I had never played a Kirby game before playing Smash Brothers. I knew of Kirby, but I had never actually owned or played one. So this made me go check it out and rent crystal shards from the video shop at the time. I thought the fact that he could absorb all the different characters was pretty interesting. Actually, I vividly remember the first time I got absorbed and eaten by Kirby. I thought I was actually instantly dead or something. Oh, now we're fighting Samus Kirby. But that tomato would have helped a bit earlier. Okay, here's where my my analog stick is coming in a bit of a problem. Because it's new, it's very sensitive, and so if I press it too hard, I'll run past the item and you know, do my side A attack. So that makes things a little bit more difficult. And this is not going well. I'm getting my ass handed to me by Team Kirby. Maybe I should have picked another game. Yay, Blastoise. One funny thing I always found about the Pokemon in the N64 Smash Brothers was, of course, they are, they're all 2D textures just on like a cardboard cutout. It worked well enough, but it always looked kind of funny. Alright, so now we're versing ourselves. In it's not exactly the gravity suit, but because it's far too pink for that, but it's kind of close. Naturally, Samus had a few less suits back here than she did around the time of Brawl, so you just got color variants rather than any actual meaningful, suits. Get away from my Pokeball. Oh, bugger. As I said, I haven't played this in a very long time, breaking a new analog stick. Oh dear. But yeah, I really am not doing very well this time. Probably should have played this through a few times before actually, you know, doing a recording of it. But ah well, I suppose it's more funny. Actually, while we're in Zebus, you should probably note, you know, this level is actually made out of 2D sprites from Super Metroid, so you can see all the different things there. Any player of Super Metroid will recognise them. And in the background, you can sometimes get lucky and see the sprite of Ridley flying away with the Metroid baby. And I'm still dying. Okay, less talky, more killy. Although one thing I probably should note, while we're on the Metroid stage again, is that there was no Metroid 64 game, of course. It was in production at one point, but they couldn't figure out how to do it, so they scrapped it. And, you know, I also hadn't heard of Metroid before playing Super Smash Bros. So, you know, Samus was pretty interesting. I always thought that Samus was a guy just like everyone playing Metroid 1, and possibly Super Metroid for the first time. So, when I actually finally got around to playing some of the old Metroid games, the Samus actually being a woman was a pretty big surprise. Oh. Please die. Yay! Thank you, lava. I'm very, very sorry you had to see that. Alright, so now we have something that I always found really cool as a kid. Metal Mario. And this looks a bit like, you know, an area from Mario 64. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it kind of reminds me of the area where you got Metal Mario. And this was always a really cool fight. I mean, you had the unique music, you had, you know, this incredibly tough metal enemy who just would not go down. I mean, as you can see, I've got him on 115% damage, and he isn't flinching at all. My old strategy was basically just to run away, grab, and that generally worked. Alright, let's charge up a beam. Ah! Come on. Damn it. Oh, great. Die! Meh. Alright. How does something so heavy jump that high? Alright, there we go. Goodbye, Metal Mario. You're awesome, but you're an annoying bastard. Okay, race to the finish. Then, this was one I could always pretty much do. I'd just generally run past the enemies. Try and make up some points that we lost for that game over. Running. Oh god. No. Come on. Alright. Success. Well, at least I can still do that one. It is the easiest though, so. Okay, fighting polygon team. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. My screensaver just turned on. And how did you... Why you no grab on? Please don't let me get another game over. I really could play this game. One thing I will definitely say, I mean, the controls are definitely a problem for me right now, but it's certainly a lot harder than than Melee or Brawl. Go! Clefairy! Yeah! What are you doing, Clefairy? You're using Splash, aren't you? Okay. And, bugger. Come on. Come on, Samus. Don't fail me now. I am so sorry. Oh dear. Well, at least Samus looks cool in her, continue pose, but, anyway. I guess let's talk about the multi-man melee characters. Or, sorry, actually, not multi-man melee. The polygon characters, rather, at this stage. So, these were always interesting. Some of them are based on characters like Samus and Kirby. And there's also a Donkey Kong one. But, then you got others, which, like, the little dinosaur creature that, I think killed me last time, and all those sort of ones, they were rather interesting, because they're not based on anything, but, at least if they are, I don't know what they are based on. And I think there's a little, Mario or Yoshi style one there. Please, Samus, stop getting knocked off the edge. I was making good time. Come on, Samus. Come on. There we go. Alright. When in doubt, just grab them all and kill them. Dear. I don't remember these guys being that hard. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere now. I kind of wish I had a bit more commentary to say on this, but I'm really just trying to focus on not dying. So... we don't die. Again, notice that we're getting a bit of lag every now and again. Oh... damn it. It's really hard to explain the controls here, because, as I say, new analog stick, and it's really sensitive to the point that if you push too hard on it, you'll just walk or something, but if you push too lightly on it, you'll run or you'll you know, go through platforms that you don't want to and such. It's a really hard thing to explain. I mean, in time, it just, you know, kind of breaks itself in. But, thank you, Claveri, for burning me alive. I wish Vivaria's suit actually did something here. Burn. Go on, just 3 more. Just 3 more. I can do this. Yay! Finally! I beat the Polygon Fighters on normal difficulty. Yay! Oh dear. Alright, so here he is, Master Hand himself. No Crazy Hand though. Of course, Crazy Hand hadn't been invented yet. I always thought he was a pretty cool, you know, final boss. I mean, it's something that you would certainly never expect. I mean, he's not from a other Nintendo game or anything. And the other interesting thing, before I found the health option in Versus mode, was, of course, that the Master Hand actually has a HP count. Alright, we're going a bit better here. I think it's a bit easier having one very large opponent than, you know, 30 or so small annoying ones. The other thing I think is really interesting and impressive about Master Hand is the range of abilities and, you know, kind of quirky character that he shows. Just through all the different movements. I mean, the way he's constantly kind of moving his fingers around, I find pretty interesting, you know, very kind of sinister and a little bit crazy. That was one thing I never understood about when he does the, you know, kind of ground pound slap thing. Whereas you actually have to jump through it to dodge it, using your up and B move. But I mean, Master Hand has really not changed that much. His moves are pretty much the same. I mean, he's gotten a few more things added to his arsenal, and you know, he often tag teams with Crazy Hand now, but really he hasn't changed that much. Well, I died once again, but we beat him. So we now get the wonderful ending. It's really interesting how, you know, it's kind of based on all the characters being toys in a toy box and fighting with... I don't exactly know what Master Hand's supposed to be, whether it's supposed to be like a kid playing with the toys or what, but... So then, of course, we got the credits, and all the guys at HAL. I've always liked this about the Smash Brothers games. You can click on each name with the targeting reticle and find out more about them. Naturally, Melee made this a little bit more interesting, as it was actually like a space shooter. Kind of remind me of Star Fox, but this is where the idea came from originally. Rare! Yay! Satoshi Tajiri. So all the different guys that came up with Shikasato Itoi, so Earthbound. So they really talk to everyone about their own characters, and I think, you know, it's really the ultimate Nintendo compilation game that you could ever hope for or ever find. 4Kids Productions, that's where the Pokemon voices came from. I never noticed that before. I suppose that's where they'd have to come from, but, anyway. Naturally, the credits are a bit shorter down here, and you even had a Kyoto phone number. But, yeah, we end up with this very cool looking picture of Samus's helmet, and, you know, you can see Samus inside. is kind of a reflection. It's a very nice piece of art, and closest thing we'd get to 3D Metroid for a fairly long time. So, yeah, that's my pretty horrible playthrough of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Oh, sorry, Super Smash Bros. On the N64. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and you know, leave comments if you want. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you later.